Hope you're doing good. It is very, very hot. Yeah. Today I wanted to just talk about, I wanted to talk a little bit about politics actually and the news in Japan. So if that's something that you would be interested in, please join. And yeah, let me know if you can hear me because I'm actually using not this microphone, but the second hidden microphone, and it doesn't always work. So let me know if you can hear me. Hi! Hello, oh my god, Nia number 1, hi! I hope you're good. I'm incredibly hot. And this room doesn't have an air conditioner yet, so I'm like boiling like a takoyaki. But I'm very, very excited to sit up and chat with you all. Supposed to cool down tomorrow. And they always say that, don't they? I'm so mad because every single one of my days off has just been terrible, terrible weather. Today I had off, but I was just so tired from work I didn't even leave my house. Yeah. I can hear you, Mamba. No aircon. Oh my god. Hi. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear my my microphone. Today, I actually wanted to talk a little bit about like politics. I don't know if you guys would be up for that, but like there's a lot of discourse right now, particularly about tourism in Japan, and I kind of just wanted to get like your input in it. And I think I have quite a like unique outlook on the whole thing, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to have like an open discussion about that. Let me make the announcement in Discord. You never stop working, do you? You're incredible. Hi, sound is good. Oh, thank God. Okay, so yeah, actually, I didn't make a video about my house yet, but I'm living in kind of like a old Japanese renovated house. So it's just like an old Japanese house pretty much, and it's been like reformed, but the skeleton of it is still just like a really old house, and this room for some reason just didn't have air conditioner. I don't know why, and it is unbearable to be in here, like actually unbearable, and I've got to go to get one put in probably in the next couple of weeks, or I'm just gonna boil. But I think air conditioner units are like at least 60,000 yen, so that's like a whole new thing. Hi Kev! I am down for whatever. Sick. Okay. I'm really, really looking forward to talking to you guys about politics, and I want to get your advice on this. So like right now is kind of like a weird time for tourism in just Japan in general. I want to say Japan, but I would just say like Tokyo and mostly Kyoto. Like people are being hella weird about tourism because like basically in Kyoto they like banned tourists from like Gion, like one area of Gion, like where all the geisha are, because people keep taking pictures of them. And they also like are increasing prices for tourists in certain restaurants in Kyoto. So, Ozzy-san! Arigato! Yay! Thank you! I'm actually looking forward to, I hope Ozzy-san stays actually. I want to hear his takes on this. Thank you! Okay, so, yeah. So, yeah, in Kyoto, like, tourists are banned from some areas, and also they're raising the prices of, like, some restaurants, which I think, I get banning people from places where there will be geisha because they don't want their picture taken, like, that I kind of get, but I don't like the idea of them raising prices for, like, a subset of people, particularly because as a foreigner living in Japan, when I go to Kyoto, they're definitely going to charge me as like a tourist price. But what is a tourist? Is that just like, here's another thing, they're having a problem with tourism in Kyoto, right? But like, most of the tourism comes from like Japanese school kids who go there on school trips. So like, are they considered tourists, or is it just people who are foreign? Like, are Japanese people from like Wakayama or like, I don't know, Akita or somewhere, if they go to Kyoto, are they considered tourists and they'll get charged more, or is it only foreigners? Because then if it's only foreigners, how do they judge if you're a tourist? And then do they ask you if you're a tourist and that's how they charge you? Or like, is it just them going by, because like that's kind of like very like racial profiling, and I don't like that, because then like a lot of people who are like half, or a lot of like Japanese people who don't look Japanese, they're gonna end up being charged more, even though they could just be regular people living in Kyoto. So I don't know, this whole thing is just like, I don't like it. But we'll get the aircon so she can continue to do stuff. It's important. No, you are so right. If I don't get an aircon in this room, I'm gonna literally die. Because I do a lot of my work in here. So I need to do that sooner than later. And also in Japan, like, I had to call the owner of this building to make sure I could get an aircon unit put in. And then, like, they have to do construction. And they have to drill, like, a hole in the wall to put the aircon unit. It's gonna be, like, a whole thing. And it's gonna make my cats upset. I know it. Hello, have you checked out You, Me, and Her? Ah, I've heard of that, but I haven't honestly looked at anything, but I've heard of the name, so maybe I will check it out. The prices will affect the people visiting the area. They would rather go somewhere cheaper usually. That's my take. Yeah, so that's one side of the tourism thing. So, like, basically, people have had enough of tourists in Kyoto. And, like, I'm very much on the balance side of this because I really, really get it. Like, tourists can be annoying. And Kyoto, I feel like, is packed. Like, I do not enjoy being in Kyoto. I've been there a few times, and honestly, it's just packed. But also, like, shortly after the pandemic, or, like, during the pandemic, Kyoto was, like, you know, like, it had no money because most of the money comes from tourism. So a lot of the businesses were going under. And so when the pandemic, well, the pandemic's still going, but, like, when the pandemic had quietened down, they decided to ramp up, like, PR for tourism. And then a bunch of tourists came, and now the tourists are here, they don't like them, and then they're trying to, like, I don't know, I just feel like this is what you asked for, though. Like, tourism is like a double-edged sword. Like, it's really, really annoying in some respects, but also, like, a lot of money comes from tourism. So you beg these people to come, and now they're here, they're not being treated very nicely. I don't know, I think that's my issue with the whole thing. And then, the other side of it is, like, there was this image that went viral on Twitter yesterday, maybe, and it was, like, a Japanese person, and they took a picture of, like, these foreign, I'm assuming tourists, in the train. And it's on the Yamanote line, and this guy's, like, holding onto the straps of the, like, the handles and pulling himself up, and his friends are like, yay, look at John doing a thing. And, like, it was really, like, it looks dumb, right? And it's like, I don't know, it's just, like, this guy's doing a dumb thing. And, like, the caption was a Japanese person, and then he said, now the yen is weak, it's gonna bring many more, like, annoying, noisy tourists, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, a lot of the comments were like, yeah, like, people need to respect Japan, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I get it, I totally get it. And, like, here's the thing. That guy's an idiot, and you shouldn't really do that. Like, don't do that. But here's the thing. A lot of people are like, we need to respect sacred Japan because blah, 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 blah. It's like, no. That, you shouldn't be doing that anywhere. That's not the point. Everyone's like, for some reason, if it's anyone doing anything in Japan, people get really offended on Japan's behalf. It's like, the issue is that just he should not be doing that. Like, first of all. Second of all, there are people doing way worse stuff in the train than that guy. Like, honestly, I think I tweeted about this, but there was this guy, the train I ride home from work, sometimes once a week, it's like this really random train, and 2 times I've seen guys masturbating on the train. So, like, I get it, but, like, I don't know, it's like, there's a lot of weird shit happening on the train. So I don't think the guy pulling himself up and going, look at me, I'm strong, like, I don't think, honestly, that's, like, the end of the world. Quite frankly, like, tourists also do, like, way worse stuff than that. So I feel like, yeah, it's just like, I don't like posts like that because it's drumming up, like, anti-foreigner sentiment, and it's like very divisive, and it's just, I don't know, the whole thing is just so stupid. I think it's pretty common in Asia, local price versus foreign price, not as common in Europe. Yeah, like, my issue is that, like, they're gonna overcharge people who are residents of Japan, and that's kind of sad. Not that tweet, God, oh my god, yeah, I'm sick of seeing that guy on my timeline, quite frankly. I get the ban. The raising and pricing is going to be tricky because they will only charge people who are not Japanese. Yeah, that's what I mean. And, like, the thing is, it's like most tourists who go to Kyoto are Japanese. So it's like, is it just foreigners? And then, like, I know people who are half that get treated like tourists, even though they're like half Japanese and they've lived here the whole life and they've never left Japan. So like, they're gonna go to Kyoto and they're gonna get charged the gaijin price as well. I don't know. I just feel like it's just a tricky issue. I can't go even if the yen is weak. That's just me. It's literally just a country. Yeah, I think the thing is just people like over mystify Japan, and they're like, oh, and like, it was just some guy being dumb on the train. Like, I don't know how this got so many views, and so many people are like, this guy is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is wrong. What's wrong with tourism in Japan? And that's why we shouldn't have immigration and stuff like that. And it was just like wild of this stupid dumb guy just being like, look how strong I am. I just think, I don't know, it's too much. And like, if that had been that guy doing that in like any other country, people wouldn't have cared as much. Like, if this was him doing that thing in Korea, people wouldn't care as much. And here's the thing. I went to Korea a few years ago, right before the pandemic started, and there were tons of like Japanese tourists going buck wild. Like, I'm talking about on the train, they were like not lining up, they were being loud, and they were like running around on the train, and they were like grabbing hold of the overhead straps and like fucking around because they're on holiday. When people go on holiday, they just go wild because, you know, they're not at work and it's like a different place. I know, it just does stuff to people, and it's just like, it sucks. But that's just kind of like every nationality of person. When they go abroad, they're annoying. Particularly, I must say, British people are maybe the most annoying tourists out of most countries. So, like, maybe it's a little bit unfair. The British people are pretty bad. But, like, overall, every country has annoying tourists. You shouldn't play in public transport like this anyway. Like, for real, though. Like, you shouldn't be doing that anywhere. People are like, oh, but you know, like, in Japan, you have to be quiet on the trains. I'm like, well, kind of, yeah. But also, like, you shouldn't be swinging around on any train in the world. Like, I think people would, you know, side-eye that. Will they check passports then? I think they're just going to be like, you 2,000 yen, you 2,500 yen. They will force you to show your Zayu card or something. Yeah, maybe. I don't think they know how it's going to work. Here's the thing, they always have these ideas and then they don't really like know how to implement them. Korea is fascinating. It's not their country, not their mess to clean. That's how some people see a holiday. Yeah, for real, I think tourists in general are just kind of annoying. But it's a very necessary evil because during the worst part of the pandemic, when there was like a complete, like we were isolated and people couldn't come in, it was so bad for the economy. Like, so many like restaurants were closing down and it was just like a really bad time. So like, honestly, Japan does, particularly now that the economy isn't good, Japan does need tourists. So like, I think the issue is that like my only problem with this is like, I totally see both sides. It's like Japan really begs and begs and begs for tourists to come here, and when they come here, they're kind of mean to them. They don't like them. I don't know. It's just like what do you want? Like, what do you expect from this to happen? I don't think he would have got the same backlash if he was messing around in the subway in Amsterdam. No, for real though. What would you say your level of Japanese is? I started taking classes recently, but I'm having trouble memorizing all the characters. Honestly, I would say I'm conversational Japanese. I use Japanese for work. Like, a lot of the work I do is completely in Japanese, but I don't feel confident enough in general, and I just don't have time to study. And I used to be pretty good at reading Japanese, and honestly, I'm less good at reading Japanese now, because like the only thing I really read in Japanese is like emails for like my job. So I'm not the best person to ask about learning Japanese. I have a lot of friends that are very, very good at Japanese. I'm pretty confident with my level, but I definitely need to study more. But again, I work so much, it's kind of hard. Japan arguably needs more immigration. Yeah, I did read the article that the population is dropping by 100 people per per hour. Honestly, I'm telling you now, a lot of Japan would prefer to just completely die out than become more diverse. And I'm not gonna say like that's a good thing or a bad thing. And I honestly don't like. I think the biggest issue, and I tweeted about this, the biggest issue with the problem with the population in Japan is that people don't have money or time to make children. Children are expensive, and there is some monetary incentive, but it's not a lot. I think it's like 200,000 yen or something like that. And right now, and I mention this every stream, but the salaries in Japan have not increased for 30 years. And I was saying this to some people who came to Japan on holiday the other day, that I really feel this because I've been in Japan for 10 years, and the salaries haven't gone up in my field. So like, the consumption tax went up 2 or 3 times. I think the consumption tax was 4% when I arrived, and now it is 10%. So like, I literally have felt my quality of life get worse actively over time being in Japan. So like, it's not the environment to, it's not good for having a kid. Like, I know so many people my age that just they're not in a position to have a kid, and maybe if they had money to, like, you need a stable, like, again, like Japan, like most of the people live in cities, and most of the apartments in Tokyo are built for what, like, they're like 1-room apartments, and you can't really have a kid in a 1-room apartment. So it's just like like the infrastructure doesn't support kids. Have you ever tried taking, like, you can't take a pushchair or a pram, I don't know what you call them in America, like in Japanese, like baby car, like prams for sure. Yeah, you can't take those on the train. So like, once you have the baby, it's hard to take the baby around anyways. There's so many reasons why people wouldn't have a kid, honestly. And like, you have to work all the time, so when are you gonna see your kid? Like, the kids I teach, a lot of them don't know their dad's name or like what their dad does for work. They barely see their dad. Okay, sorry, I was monster hunting. Oh, we had many questions to ask you and you weren't here. Here we go. Optimistically, the shops will have a sign asking for residents to show their residency card, or maybe to order or buy in Japanese. Yeah, like, hopefully they'll just let you say when you arrive. Maybe Japan needs to spread tourism to less traveled places. No, you were totally right. Like, my solution to every problem in Japan is make Shinkansen really cheap. And then, like, if the Shinkansen was super cheap, I would like to move to Nagano, but I don't want to be too far away from Tokyo. But if the Shinkansen was cheap and I could travel to Tokyo, like, every weekend, like, and not have to pay that much, then I might move that far out. And then it would be easier for travelers to go and stuff like that. So I think, like, there are so many places in Japan that desperately need tourism. And I'm actually doing a job the end of this year from the government, where they're gonna pay me to like go and like film YouTube videos in different places around Kanto and try to like get people more interested. But again, it's just like, I don't know, on social media, like, every other post is about Tokyo when it's to do with Japan. So it's just like everything you see online is about Tokyo. So I think it's a little bit difficult to get tourists to go, because as well, taking the trains is very overwhelming. Like, I wouldn't even know how to get to Aomori, honestly. But we know it's gonna be your gaijin plus 2,000 yen. You're so right. Yeah, there are so many out-of-the-way places in Japan that I would visit if I could. Yeah, honestly, like, the best place I went this year is I went to Hokkaido. I went to Sapporo, which was nice. But Sapporo is just, like, a city, right, in Hokkaido. So it was, like, you know, it was nice. But I went to Noboribetsu, which is super bumblefuck far, to see the brown bears. I went there by myself in the middle of nowhere, and it was sick. It was so cool, and it made me realize that this year I wanted to travel a little bit more by myself and go to like really, really, really far places. And it's a shame because like they just need a little bit more spotlight. So I'm glad the government is doing like these programs like they're sending me on, where they send out influencers to make content about like lesser known places. The government is weird, and with their make more kids but not help to raise families. Yeah, like that's the thing, like a lot of it is just economic, and people have to work all the time. So, and a lot of people work 6 days a week. Like, I keep getting like offers for jobs, and they think it's like they think this is a huge incentive. They're like, you'll only have to work 5 days a week, and it's like, bro, that should be like 5 days is already too many for me, to be honest. Like, yeah, like the fact that people often work 6 or 7 days a week. Like, how do you expect people to raise a family if you're, just always at work? And then, have you ever thought about being a tour guide for visiting Westerners? I considered it. Like, there are a lot of companies, but the thing is just, I don't know, like, it seems hard. Like, I don't know, it seems like a lot could go wrong, couldn't it? Like, I don't want to work anything that's, like, super stressful. My ex-boyfriend, wanted to start that kind of company, and he asked me, like, I would do it if it was like a reputable company. And I've seen some jobs about tour guides, and they've sent me like some stuff, but it just, I don't know, they all look really dodgy. And the thing is, a lot of these Japanese companies are incredibly dodgy, and I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. So like, I don't know, maybe one day. I really considered it though, because I do know a few people in those kind of industries, and it does look interesting, and I think I would be a very good tour guide. Trolley, carriage. Maybe that's what I was looking for. What do American people call pushchairs? Baby stroller. That's it. Do you ever want to have kids? If so, would you stay in Japan or move somewhere else? Okay, so when I was with my ex-fiance, we planned on having a kid, and like, because he was Japanese, and then blah blah blah. So we did plan on having a kid. And then we broke up. And then when we broke up, I was like, actually, I don't really want to have a kid. And I decided that I don't want to have a kid. But if I was to have a kid, I would have them, I think I would still have them in Japan. Because, like, kindergarten and honestly, elementary school in Japan is great. This problem with the school system is from middle school upwards. But then, like, there are schools that are a little bit more lax. You just have to do your research, and they're very, very expensive. So, like, I probably would still have them here, but, like, honestly, I really understand, like, most of the people I know that are having kids, after elementary school, they move back to their own country, because from middle school, that's when it gets sucky. So, they have their kid here until middle school, they let them become bilingual, and then they move back home. But yeah, I don't ever plan on having a kid, just because like I just don't want to. I don't know. I've been teaching kids for like years, so I feel like I've seen enough. I said as much on Twitter, but honestly, the solution to Japan's workforce and economy problems are staring them in the face, but they're too traditionalist. Yeah, you're totally right. Then Glitch said, so I used to live in Portland, I ride the metro trains a lot. They are light rail trains and fun to ride. Yeah, like, Japan has a really good train system, honestly. It's great. Like, if it was just cheaper, that would be great. Like, again, everything is economic, I feel like. Because, again, I feel like the train prices also went up. So I'm also just traveling way less because it's more expensive now. Cheaper accessible child and elder care. Yep. Yeah, for real. Like, that's another thing is, like, people, like, there is the expectation that people's kids will take care of them in their old age, but that doesn't always happen. And Japan has a lot of, like, patricide or matricide, like when you kill your parents. There's such high numbers of people killing their parents because they move in with their parents and their parents are like 85, but they don't know how to probably care for them. And then particularly if your parent has like dementia or something, but you're working all the time, it just ends up in like a really toxic environment, and a lot of time it ends up with them killing their parents, and it's really, really sad. I woke up feeling healthy. Hello, Oki. I hope you're having a nice day. And Nee said, my parents want me to get married, and having no time to myself is why I'm not trying. Work eats up all my time. Oh, okay. They want you to get married. Like, do you even have like a partner? Like, that's what I mean. Like, we shouldn't do stuff just because it's like what's expected of us. Like, that was the thing with me. Like, I don't want to have a kid just because that's what I'm supposed to do. And like, don't get married unless you find someone that you actually want to marry. I would like to get married in future, but only if the opportunity presents itself to me. I'm not gonna like try to force it, because I feel like that's how a marriage is gonna fail, right? If you just get married for the sake of getting married. Cats, kids, yeah, for real, cats are way better. That's another thing, is that when I got my cats, I was like, these things are so cute, and they literally never get old. They have terminal baby disease. They're never growing up. They're gonna be babies forever. And I personally find them way cuter than kids. So like, I don't know, that kind of ruined having a kid for me, honestly. And he said, I'm saving up for a Japanese vacation. Hope to go sometime next year. Aw, yeah. You should come. I would recommend coming in spring or autumn. Ozzy-o-san said, weird, my ex-wife tried to get me to do that too. She tried to get me to start a gluten-free tour guide business. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I made a video about this, but my ex-boyfriend, who I was dated very briefly like 10 years ago, he asked to meet up with me and apologize for all the bad things he did, which was like a lot of bad things. So I was like, fine. So he apologized, and then he was like, I wanna start a tour guide business because I love Japan, and I want to tell everyone about Japan, because like I want people overseas to know that Japan is good, blah blah blah. And it's just like, oh my, like, people overseas know that Japan is cool. Like, it's not like some well-guarded secret. Like, don't worry, like, they know. Like, and it's like, this guy knows nothing about overseas. Like, what, and he was a salaryman himself. Like, what do you even know about Japan? You just go to work and come home again, like, and eat ramen. Like, what are you gonna show people? Jesus. No, I'm Indian, so like, you're 33, you're running out of time. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My brother and sisters are actually half Indian. Oh, Ozio-san, arigato. You are very, very nice. No, don't make me cry again. Thank you. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so my brother and sisters are actually half Indian, and their Indian side of the family were always like harassing them to get married and have kids, and it never worked. Anyways, so yeah, I really, really feel you. Like, Indian families put so much pressure. My parents never gave me any pressure to get married or anything. They didn't really care about me that much, so I think that helped. But I'm so glad. But my ex-Japanese boyfriend that I was with for quite a long time, his family put a lot of pressure on me to have a kid. And they weren't even pressed about the wedding or anything. They just wanted me to have a kid. And it was because, like, then the kid would be half, and they thought that that would be really, really cute. Yeah, Ozzy-o-san's way richer than me, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Ozzy-o-san, like, a gluten-free food tour could be kind of a cool idea. That's actually a cool idea, I feel like. Like, that thing could actually have merit. Yeah, Nia does, like, she does enough. That's so real. I would do anything for my cats. They're so baby. No, for real though. Like, Thank you. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. I want to hear about your Indian family. I'm kind of interested in that now, because my brother and sister's dad, because we're like half siblings, their dad was Indian, so we used to go to his sister's house all the time. So they're kind of like my Indian aunties, and they used to hit me all the time with like a slipper if I did anything wrong. So I'm like, are all Indian families like that, or is it just our family? Like, I don't know, but they made some really nice food though. So actually, I kind of didn't mind getting hit by the slipper because their food was sick. I'm not rich. I am single. Damn, I was poor when I was single, so like I'm also not rich and also single. But I'll be treating myself to a brand new speaker soon. You deserve it. I don't think I treated myself to anything recently. I might, like, I really want to buy Yakuza Infinite Wells. So I've been going to book off every week and seeing if it gets cheaper. But it's at, I think it's at 7,400 yen now. So I'm going to wait till it gets to 6,000 yen. Ken, arigato! Thank you for the afternoon entertainment. I forgot, wait, afternoon entertainment. Are you in England right now? Thank you so much. You guys are so nice to me. I feel like I should do something. Like, is there anything I can do? Like, I can mail you, like, one guy super chat me once and I made a story for him and I sent it to him. Indian families and Mexican families are very similar. I understand the slipper. Oh, because, you know my friend Gedraji, who is also Mexican, he said that his family hit him with slippers too. So I guess it is like a cultural thing, yeah. How older Japanese people perceive half Japanese, half white people? I think generally people think that half kids are really, really cute. But in school, there can be a lot of bullying. It really, really depends. Like, it really, really depends on what school you're going to, what area you're going to. It really, really depends. You can have a good time or a bad time. You will always kind of be, like, othered if you're half, unfortunately. That's one thing. Like, some people can use it to their, for their gain. Another thing, like, unfortunately, is, like, if you're half and you get, like, the features that people deem more conventionally attractive, like if you have a tall nose and big eyes and you are more conventionally attractive, people will treat you better, unfortunately. But I know, like, a lot of half people who just look quite normal and they have a much worse experience because people are like, wow, like, you're half, like, why don't you have green eyes, or why don't you have, like, a tall nose, or blah blah blah. So it's like, it's kind of messy. Then go for it. Yakuza is worth it. Oh my god, don't say that. I want to get it so badly. I've played almost every Yakuza game, Ryuga Gotoku game. I think I didn't play 2, which is like one of the best ones I heard, so I want to play 2. But yeah, I need to play this one, and I heard because it's like a farming simulator section, and it's like Animal Crossing. Everyone's telling me I want to play it so bad. Slavic parents also use slippers. Damn. Okay. My parents never used slippers on me. My dad would just use his fist. So there we go. It got dark. My family is conservative, but I did get hit by slippers, and also the belt. Oh, the belt. God damn. Luckily, my dad never wore a belt. Otherwise, I would have definitely had the belt. I think my dad never actually used anything to hit me. He would just hit me normally. And my dad was huge. He had, like, my dad's fists were, like, giant. I love us bonding over being abused by our parents. It's hilarious. Infinite Wealth Ultimate Edition, 12,760 yen. Yeah, for real though. Like, even, like, the normal edition is 9,000 yen. It's just way too much money. So I think if you, because I have a PlayStation, so I was considering getting it for that, but if you buy it new, even, I think it's like 9,000 yen. But if you get it from Book Off, it's getting cheaper. So I'm going to wait. I think if I wait like one more month, it will go down to like 6,500 yen. And then maybe I'll get it then. My dad got hit as a kid unaware, so he never hit me and my brother. I was really lucky. That's really, really nice. Like, I wish that, like, people could just, like, learn from this kind of stuff. Like, I wouldn't hit my kid because my parents, well, not my mom, but my dad hit me, and it didn't really work. Like, I felt like there's no, like, reason for it. I've been hand and belt in my case until I was, like, 8. Diabetes stopped my dad from escalating stuff. Like, I'm always appalled, like, how many people were hit by their parents. Like, an alarming amount. Like, my mom used to grab my neck and choke me during my teenage years before she found out I could defend yourself. Like sometimes you just need to hit them back and then it kind of like stops, and that's just, it's so sad, honestly. I think my mom only hit me like one time. My dad almost killed me a couple of times though. This is why I never went to Catholic school. Yeah, Catholic school sounds terrible, honestly. I'm so lucky I never went to Catholic school. Will you stream video games again in the future? I'd love to see you playing Yakuza. I will definitely. Maybe I'll start streaming games again from next week, maybe. I'll start, because I used to, in my old house, I used to have a green screen, so it made it so much easier for streaming games, but maybe I'll just suck it up and I'll stream normally. I would like to stream Yakuza, the new one. I streamed a little bit of Yakuza Ishin, but the cutscenes are so long, so it was just like us all sitting there in silence watching cutscenes. So yeah. We love trauma bonding here. For real though, like I hope that this is a very, my chat feels like a safe place to talk about your parents beating you. My mom used to yell at me when she hit me and get hurt herself in the process. Oh my god, these people are so dumb. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like my dad used to hit me, and then when I used to tell my mom, he used to lie about it. And it's like, you are a fully grown man. Like, Jesus Christ. My dad was raised by a World War II vet who hated Japanese people, so my dad used a belt. Went to child services with mom once because of welt on my back. I turned out the opposite of my grandpa. Yeah, for real though. Like, I'm sorry. I hope that this generation is better to their children. I feel like they will be. And I just feel like, I don't know, because like I feel like we make a lot of excuses for these old people, like, oh well, like they grew up like so. I feel like there's just no excuse, honestly, because my mom never hit me, and she grew up in the same way as my dad did. But I don't know. And my parents were like old. My parents were born like in 1947. In my country, Portugal, kids used to get hit a lot as well, but I believe things started changing a bit around 2010, thankfully. That's a really good news. Like in school, teachers would hit students' palms with rulers. Jesus Christ. Yeah, again, I feel like it doesn't, the issue with this is that it just doesn't really work. When I turned 18, I left my childhood home because of my mom's abuse. What really made up my mind was when she came up behind me while I was in the bathroom and held me by my neck against the wall. I'm so sorry, Jupes. Honestly, like, we all have such shared friggin' trauma. It's really, really sad. Like, the trauma also, it just never kind of, like, goes away. I didn't realize until I was much older, but it did really, really affect me, and it did really affect the way I have relationships with people. It made it hard for, like, friendships, because I find I often, take too much from, like, I don't know how to explain. I take too much abuse from people sometimes, and sometimes when people who were my friends were mean to me, I kind of just kept letting it go, maybe because I was used to growing up within that kind of environment. But after a while, I needed a lot of, like, self-introspection, and I really need to think about it. I had to read a lot online. It does get better, it's just really, really hard, and I'm still not there yet, and I'm really working on it. I wasn't afraid of her, I just wanted her to stop being stressed. Sometimes a fight or flight would just kick in, and I'd fight back, and then I'd regret it. For real though, it's hard because, like, if you fight back, then you, like, there's a possibility you're gonna get kicked out of your house. I was always worried that I would accidentally, like, kill my sister, because my sister was really abusive too, and I was really worried that one day we were gonna fight and I was gonna push her and she was gonna fall down the stairs and die or something. So that was always, like, a worry of mine. And even in the times when, like, my life is in danger, my worry was always my other family members. The only reason we are apologetic of them is gaslighting. Yeah, for real though, like, I feel like, because I also make excuses for the things that they did, and, like, I really shouldn't. Like, it's very hard because, like, now my parents have both passed away. And I do have very fond memories with my parents, so it's very, very hard. So I try to, like, encapsulate those, and I separate it from the bad memories. And I feel like we often tend to remember bad memories more. So I try to make sure that I'm not just remembering the bad stuff, but also the good stuff. It's hard because, like, a lot of the time, like, these people will be really nice to you and will do nice things for you and will cook for you, but they're the same people that are also hurting and abusing you. So it's very, very hard, and, like, it's often not black and white. Like, to say, like, I hate my parents, like, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot more nuanced and harder than that. Hi, I just joined. Hi, remember it's okay to have mixed feelings about your family if they were shitty to you. You were so correct. It's okay to go no contact if they were truly shitty, like me. Yeah, I really recommend people to go no contact with their family if it's too much. Like, I moved to Japan to get away from my family. Like, that's a big part of the reason I just upped and moved. And it made it much harder for me because I moved to Japan with pretty much, like, no money and nothing. I moved with one suitcase. And it was really, really hard. But I feel like if I hadn't had moved, then I would have probably... I might have died, or I was in a really bad place. I didn't sleep for, like, months. I would think I was anorexic just from stress. And then Jovis said, I'm a recovering people pleaser. No, for real. I'm much better now, but I still have a really bad, like, I'm still struggling with this, but I'm a really bad people pleaser, and it never works because you try doing too much, and then you end up ultimately disappointing someone, and then they get really mad, and it's just, like, an endless cycle. Hey, I can't even see your name, I'm so sorry. You lost both parents. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you still talk with your siblings? Okay, so, yeah, I lost both my parents in kind of, like, a space of a few, like, 3, I think they died within 3 or 4 years of each other. It was both, like, well, my dad was really sudden. My mom got sick, so it wasn't as sudden. But I talk with my brother, but, like, my siblings are half siblings, and I don't know, none of us are good at talking emotionally with our family, so it's like we're not, like, incredibly close. I do speak with my brother now and then, and my other sister. The sister that tried to stab me, I didn't block her, but I just unfriended her on Facebook, and she mouths me now and again, like, these really diluted long messages, but I don't have any contact with her. So I basically apart from my brother and my other sister, I don't really have any family. We all have our shit that we deal with. It's not always easy, but each day comes and goes. The same 24 hours a day. It helps me cope somehow. That's a really good way of looking at it, actually. I think I'll go no contact, but I really love some people in my family, but keeping contact with them will always bring her back into my life. That's the hard part. Like, honestly, but, like, when I moved to Japan, my relationship with my mom got so much better. I feel like being in the house with people all the time a lot of the time it is hard, like, because you don't choose your family, and there's all these, like, personalities under one roof. But maybe after you move to Japan, your relationship with her might improve. I feel like making friends after experiencing abuse from your parents is so hard. I'm scared constantly that I become like my abusers, and I always question my actions, even the good ones. That means that you really are a good person, because people who do these bad things, who are abusive, they don't even question themselves. So that's how you know that you're genuinely a good person. And since they are scared of her, they will sell me out. I'm so sorry. This is a problem I had with my sister, who was abusive, is that everyone in my family was scared of her. So, like, they would just let her do whatever she wanted. And a lot of the time, what she wanted to do was hurt me. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't hate my ex, but I hate what we ended up as because of his neglect. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, even though my mom wasn't abusive at all, she she didn't help anything with the other members of my family who were abusive. So it's like, I feel like she has an equal part of my resentment, and it's hard to like it's hard to say, because like she was a really, really lovely person, but at the same time she was kind of useless. And is that not in itself abusive if you see someone being abused and you don't do anything? So it's really complicated. We are very glad you moved to Japan. Oh, thank you. Particularly me. You're an amazing friend, and I have all the platonic love for you. Oh, thank you, Olsen. You're a really, really good friend. We've been friends for a long time, I feel like. You can always count on me to tell me about your day, or what's troubling you, or about your D&D barbarian. I already forgot. I forget if it was a barbarian. Barbarian. Does it affect your ability to obtain or hold relationships? Friendships, yes. Not, I feel like maybe it didn't, I don't know if it really affected my like, love relationships that much. It's very hard to say, honestly. And I don't know, because I'm a very forgiving person naturally, which isn't helpful for relationships as well. So maybe that's part of it. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I do need to go to therapy, and I will go to therapy when I have more money, but I'm sure therapy will tell me. But I feel like most of the problems I've had in relationships have just been from the other person, and it hasn't been anything that I necessarily have done. So yeah. Hey, what did I miss? Oh my god, Yank. You missed a lot. Everyone was talking about their childhood trauma. It was a lot. Augustina said, I feel you though. My dad lied to the whole family about me, so there was no chances there. I hope you somehow can keep contact with the ones you like once you are far, far away. Yeah, like, I don't get what's wrong with people. Like, why would you have a kid and then like act like this? But I have, like, I really, you know, like, I don't talk with my brother that much, but I do really love my brother and my other sister, and even the sister that tried to kill me. I do have some form of love for her. I just don't want to speak to her ever again, honestly. Is this like an advice stream, or is everyone just yapping? We're all just yapping. If anyone needs advice, you can ask. Like, I don't know if I would trust advice from any of these people. No, I'm joking. But yeah, we can all give each other advice. I think we're just trauma dumping at this point. Oh, definitely group hug vibes. Hey, Bled, you missed a lot. This was an interesting stream. Lol, not the barbarian. It was a sexy vampire lady who killed my previous character. Oh yeah, I remember you sending me pictures of sexy vampires. When a parent is passive during abuse, it does feel like they are an accomplice to the abuse. No, I feel like when you have a kid, your sole purpose in life should be to make sure that your kid is safe. And if someone else is hurting that kid, that's up to you to stop that from happening. Like, here's the thing, like, I don't think I'm ever gonna have a kid. I might not rule it out, like, and I might foster in future. But I know if I ever had a kid, I would never hurt them, and I would never let anyone else hurt them. And I think that's incredibly basic. Like, I don't think that that's something that you should brag about. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for people to be able to do that. Like, and I've been teaching kids for 10 years, and I've never had any excuse to hurt a kid or let a kid get hurt. So I don't know how people can let this happen to their kids. Have you ever been loved? I've been loved a lot. I've been in a lot of long relationships, and quite successful ones. So yeah, I feel like it's not I think I've been quite lucky in relationships, honestly. As much as I've had a lot of bad dates too and bad experiences, I think I have been quite lucky. Therapy is so helpful, especially if they speak English here. Yeah, I will eventually go to therapy. But like, I feel like I'm very self-aware. Like, I know, like, all the things I'm going through, I am growing, and I'm getting better by myself. Online therapy is also an option. I moved really far from my therapist and didn't want to switch, so we started doing the sessions online. I recommend, yeah, I'm considering doing online therapy. Maybe the end of this year. I think it's a little bit scary as well, because like being told like something might be wrong with your brain. I don't know how to explain it. I'm a little bit scared of it. I honestly feel worried that once I become a mom, I will try too hard to be a good one. I never considered that as being a thing, but like now you mention it, yeah, I can really see like that being a legitimate fear. But I think that's a really cute fear, and I think that's a nice fear. I think that's a very healthy fear. People would have that. Oh, I have massive issues with my sister, but our relationship has become so much better since I moved here. Yeah, for real, like, my relationship with my mom got so much better once I moved out of the house. Just being around people, like, someone all day can be kind of grating. And moving away from them really, honestly, can help your relationship. Off topic, but the clip-in hair colors are cute. Thank you very much. I got them from Amazon, and they were very, very cheap. I'm thinking to dye my hair, but I don't know, because I was gonna do job interviews, but then I didn't really find any new jobs that I wanted to do, and I'm still looking at jobs now, but I think I can dye my hair at the job I'm at now, so I might just dye my hair. I don't know. I could use advice. I'm worried that my habit of paying for intimacy will prevent me from developing a close relationship. I feel too broken to be loved. Guys, advice here, please. I feel you though, because I don't pay for intimacy, but I feel like when I'm in a relationship, I always put too much in. Like, I always feel like I'm in a relationship, normally I'm doing like 250% when the other person is doing maybe 80%. And this has been most of the relationships I've been in, and it's because I feel like I have to overcompensate because maybe I'm not good enough. And I feel like this is a very normal thing that a lot of people have. I really don't know how you can get out of that habit. You just, like, I think everyone just at some point is broken. And one thing that helps me is that, like, everyone is dealing with things. Everyone's dealing with trauma. Everyone's dealing with things from their past. Everyone has insecurities. And even though you may feel like you're really, really broken, you're no broken than the next person. And no one is too broken that they don't deserve love. But I think that it takes a while to be able to start to love yourself. And I hate the term, like, if you don't love yourself, then how can anyone else love you? Or what is that saying? I hate that so much because it's often hard for us to love ourselves, but that doesn't mean that we're undeserving of love. And it is a process. And sometimes the process never ends. Like, we're always growing. But yeah, I would recommend not paying people for intimacy, because then you know that it's not real, if you can at all avoid that. Then Ozzy-Osan, I haven't said it yet, sorry, you look absolutely adorable. I like your sparkly eyeshadow. Thank you. I was filming some videos today, and so I still have like my makeup on from earlier. I'm very, very tired, so I looked better this morning. Nellal said, hey girly, it's about to become super hot since I live in the south of Japan. Oh god. I was wondering if you have any advice on dressing Japanese conservative without boiling to death. I like those like really, really long sundresses. I think they're really cute. But yeah, the thing is like, in Japan it's all about the shoulders. Like, people want to keep this part covered. So like, I really recommend just like light cotton blouses and cotton t-shirts, anything cotton. And if I always buy deodorant from Amazon, like Nivea. Like, I honestly, like, I sweat so much, like I need foreign deodorant, so that's really, really important. But apart from that, there are a lot of things you can buy from the konbini to cool you down. There's like sprays that have like menthol in that cool you down. There's like those like wipes. I just make sure that I at least take the wipes and deodorant with me and kind of like wash myself down once a day, because I do get really, really sweaty. But apart from that, make sure that you're wearing like actual cotton and not like make sure that whatever you're wearing you can breathe in, and then you should be fine. And yeah, I always wear like longish skirts at work, but in the summer I just wear like socks. I don't wear tights during the summer, dear God, no. No one is too broken, but it absolutely takes time. Be patient and forgiving with yourself. Yeah, for real, it does take time. And like, as long as you keep working on yourself and you're trying to be a better person, then that's all that matters, really. No one is 100% unlovable. There is always something to like. Yep, for real. Even on days I hate myself the most, sometimes I find things I like. I don't have to redeem myself to others, only to yourself. Yeah, that's true as well. Like, sometimes we focus too much on other people's perception of us, and as long as we are happy with ourselves, I think that's the most important thing too. Like, as long as you're clean and you're hygienic, I don't really think that, and you're nice to people, outside of that, it's not really anyone's business what you do or what you look like. I think you will meet the right person. Go to crowded places on the internet, and even if you are shy, go past it and engage with other people. And when you'll meet them, that habit will stop. Yeah, that's good advice. Maybe do exposure therapy by not paying for intimacy and see what happens. Yeah, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with paying for intimacy, but if you want something real, then yeah, it's probably not for the best. And it's really hard, it's really easy to get stuck in like habits, and when you get in the habit of like paying for intimacy, it's kind of hard to break out of that. Thank you for all the advice. I do find things good about myself, but often the bad things overwhelm it. I will try to get out more, maybe lose some weight, and try to avoid paying for intimacy. Yeah, honestly, if you feel like your weight is an issue, I would recommend like going out exercising a little bit more, because once you do start feeling better about yourself, other people will feel more positively about you as well. And like, I know how my advice is as well to is like keep yourself occupied, because when I have too much time by myself, they're kind of like bad thoughts start getting in my head. Like, I'll start feeling like I'll remember really traumatic things, or I'll just like overthink things and like think up like scenarios that make me anxious. But if I'm always like working on the project or listening to music or something like that, or finding anything to do, then I can avoid doing that. I'm having an identity crisis. I hate my law degree and I'm thinking of changing to Asian studies, but I'm afraid I'm making the wrong decision. That's a really big decision. How long is the rest of your degree? If you can wait it out until the end, I would recommend that, just because like in this day and age, a degree is a degree, and once you have a degree, then you can do something else. Because like if you have a law degree, that looks good, and then you can find a job that's not in law, but like your degree will help you get that. And like, particularly if you're paying for education, I wouldn't recommend dropping out. But if you still have a lot of time studying for your law degree, then maybe drop out, because there's no point in being like depressed the whole time. Leela said, how is Japan about fashion in general, like short skirts, exposed shoulders, unusual fashion? In my home country, exposed skin isn't an issue, but I'm judged hard when I wear lolita or subculture. Honestly, like, people generally don't really stare at you. As I mentioned before, like shoulders and like boobage, maybe cleavage is the worst to have out, but people don't really stare at you even if you have that. And there are a lot of tourists that come here and they have like these little tiny boob tubes on, which is a little bit weird, but I think people are kind of used to seeing it now. I think any fashion is fine as long as you don't wear it at work. Like, a lot of people come here and then they get jobs in like teaching English and they want to still wear like lolita and stuff. That's the only thing I would warn against. Like, if you're going to be professional, wear professional stuff, but outside of that, I don't think that it really matters what you wear. Like, people won't shout things at you, people won't really stare at you. I think Japan's pretty good for that. Talking to people is the hard part. Yeah, for real, it can be hard talking to new people. Like, if you can join a club or something, or there's like like the app, I think it's called like meetup.com or something, where you can go to meets. Like my friends join like book clubs and stuff like that, and like political clubs. Those seem kind of interesting. Yeah, all of the cute fashion I see these days is camisoles and sundresses with exposed shoulders. Yeah, and like, honestly, I do go out a lot with exposed shoulders now, simply because I just don't really care about people looking at me. But when I'm at work, I will always obviously cover everything up, just because that's what's expected of me. Aussie Osan said, that's why I'm always playing games or watching videos, TV shows. The only time I'm with my own thoughts is when I go to sleep. I'm pretty much the same. Like, I'm always occupied. It means my brain also gets really, really tired and burnt out. But then I don't hear the bad voices. Oki said, kind of would like to see what would happen if I wore Lolita. Nobody bats an eye when I wear July over here. Oh, that's great. I'm really, yeah. Because actually July happened after I moved outside. I mean, after I moved to Japan. So, like, I have no idea what, like, Westerners' perception of July is. I guess it really depends where you live. Sue said, you are right. I have found it hard to break out of paying for intimacy because at my lowest emotionally, I yearn for the touch of a woman. Being alone is not good mentally. Yeah, I really feel you. Like, but again, after every time you do it, it's you're gonna get the dopamine for like a day, and then you're gonna go back to feeling lonely. So I would recommend investing in yourself, using that money that you're spending and investing in yourself, getting more confident, maybe like finding a new hobby or getting some exercise in. And if you invest in yourself, it will pay off later. I never went to college when I was younger because it was too expensive. I'm 30 now and I'm planning on trying to finish my last 2 years of my bachelor's in Japan. Oh, that's really nice. But I'm terrified I'll get a rejection letter. Aw, but like, I know a lot of older people that do study in Japan, so like, I think that, yeah, it's definitely something that you can do. Honestly, I'll be 34 when I graduate. Honestly, that's not really that old. Like, particularly these days, I know people that are studying in Japan and they're like 60. All Hears Me said, funny you mentioned shoulders because I only become aware of open shoulder designs in Japan. That's one thing is there's like a lot of designs where it has this part but then they cut out the shoulder, and that's like really sexy and that's pretty funny. Nia said, I have my earplugs in my ears when I sleep because I get anxiety and I overthink during the night when everything is quiet. Yeah, I really have a big problem with that too. I need to constantly have something going on. I took time off school for soccer and went back. You always have time. Yeah, for real, honestly. Like, people forget that, like, people live until they're, like, 80 years old. So, like, honestly, in the scheme of things, 34 is nothing. You can't apply to more than one universities at one time. Yeah, just, like, apply to, like, every university. I have worries of my shoulders being too wide, but I love exposed shoulders so much. Honestly, like, I've had this from like 2 or 3 of my friends where they said to me like that they felt that their shoulders were too wide, and I just never understood it. Like, shoulders are shoulders. They looked beautiful, and I think this is just something you're focusing on yourself. Like, honestly, don't worry about it. Exactly. I have classmates in their 50s still studying. Honestly, that's great. I wish I could study, and I would like to probably go back and properly study Japanese and pass like N1 or something, but unfortunately I do not have money, so I'll never be able to study. So if you are older and you can study and you have the means of doing so, I really recommend it, honestly. Are dating apps like Tinder and Hinge used that much in Japan? Yeah, pretty much. But like, foreigners normally use Bumble or Tinder, but Japanese people do use Tinder too. Japanese people also use this app called Pairs, and it's like more for like marriage matching. There are a ton of matching apps in Japan, actually. What do you think about July K? A lot of Western people say the fashion romanticizes bad habits. I love July K. I think it's great. And the thing is like, people say this about everyday fashion. People say that like Lolita is infantilizing women and turning them into kids. People said that gyaru was too wild, and like gyaru is often associated with like porn and stuff like that. So people say this about every single day fashion, honestly. Like, I don't know. In Japan, so many people wear July, and like there are elements of it that do relate to mental health, but people don't understand that like people talk about mental health in Japan in a very different way, and they express themselves in a very different way. So I think it's unfair for people in the West to say that a fashion made in Japan by Japanese people is bad because it's how they want to express their mental health. And also it's cute, so like whatever. Man, honestly, I wish people were more affectionate in general. So many people are touch-starved, including me. Aww. If you were here, I would give you a little head pat. I've been living with a bit of a YOLO mindset and not being too upset if certain stuff goes awry, because I'm going to be alive anyways. I might as well enjoy it while I can. That's honestly a very good mindset to have. I feel like as I got older, I adopted that mindset a little bit more. Using 3 screens at once to prevent the possibility of forming a thought. Oh no, for real though, I'm like watching a movie, I'm scrolling Reddit, I'm listening to music, I'm petting my cat, just like anything to have a single thought, honestly. Leela said, I used to have really bad insomnia and couldn't sleep unless I was physically unable to keep my eyes open. Once I started taking anxiety meds, it's gotten so much better. Like I started to take like CBD gummies for my anxiety, and it really did help, and then I stopped taking them after a while because I started to feel better. My thing is like I really struggle to fall asleep unless I'm falling asleep next to someone, and that kind of sucks. And like, oh yeah, I also have really bad sleepwalking, like really really bad. Like I sleepwalk like once a week, and that's due to anxiety. And like I always like wake up and walk around and like say some really crazy shit. Would Japanese girls date American guys? Honestly, it really depends. A lot of Japanese girls date American guys. Like any country really, if you present yourself nicely and if you are a nice person, you'll always find someone to date you. I don't think like there are a lot of Japanese women who are just interested in foreign stuff, and they're more likely to date you. So yeah, there is a possibility. Lolita is infantilizing. Have they seen how much one JSK costs? Oh, for real though, like when people say like, since I remember when I was 19 and I was wearing Lolita and people said that I was too old to be wearing it. It's like, this dress literally cost $300. Like, how many kids do you know that have $300? Like, come on. Everyone line up for headbutt. Oh, I wish I could headbutt everyone in this chat, honestly. I think we all need like a group hug. I feel like I can never stick to one J fashion. I want to keep changing what I wear, but my wallet doesn't allow me. Yeah, that's me. That's always been me. It used to be way worse. Like before I got into this whole like Tenchi light blue thing that I'm on, it used to be way worse. It used to be really expensive because honestly, a lot of people that are into Japanese fashion, we just really like clothes. We just love clothes. So of course we want to try all the different fashions. I would recommend getting like 2 or 3 favorite colors. Like I'm doing blue, white, and black, and Yumechi is pink, black, white. So yeah, and then if you have a few like colors, then you can like I still wear like Lolita and July and stuff like that, and Tenchi Kaiwai, but because I have like just a few colors, it's easier to mix and match. And yeah, I feel like another reason that I'm like this is because I have ADHD. Oh god, anxiety meds help so much. I only take occasionally though. Yeah, I'm trying to go without having them. I had a really bad time with anxiety at the start of this year, but I really worked on myself and I tried to get much better, and so far it's doing... So far, like right now I feel like I don't need to take anything. I mainly July, but I want to wear Tenchi and Subco and Lam K and Lolita, and yeah, for real though, and like you should do that. Like the thing is, like on Instagram there's a lot of people who have like one aesthetic and it looks sick, and I wish I could be like that, but ultimately I'm not, and I just like wearing clothes. I'm just gonna wear clothes. If you are tall, not bad looking, and not creepy, you will probably do well as a man. Yeah, for real though. I think it's like a lot of Western men don't understand is that like beauty culture is a big thing in Japan, and like you have to be very hygienic. Like you have to shave, you have to wash, and you have to smell good, and fucking moisturize your skin, please. And if you can do those things, generally it isn't that hard to date here. I want to do a 10-piece Jedi capsule wardrobe, then a 10-piece capsule subcore. Oh, that's a really good idea, actually. Like, and I like that now, like, the headdresses, you can wear these for Lolita, you can wear it for subcore, you can wear it for Tenchi, you can wear it for Jedi. I like that a lot of the accessories are interchangeable. Remember Bunny's video on that? I forget. Is 6 foot considered tall? Yes, 6 foot is very tall. You're doing very good. I wear rainbows, I wear patterns, I wear cozy, I wear flashy. Yeah, it's all ADHD, baby. For real though, I think that's my problem, is I have ADHD, so I want to do like a billion things. I want to wear a billion things. But I think my favorite color is light purple paired with black or white. You are basically just Kunomi at this point. Also, limiting your color palette in clothes prevents you from buying things that don't match. Yeah, I really wish I had done this years ago, because I have like my wardrobe is full of like red and purple and like 12 shades of pinks, and I don't really wear, and then like none of it goes together, and I was buying things without thinking if it went with any of the other things in my wardrobe, so I have a lot of stuff that I just never wear. I'll probably change to Asian studies since I already had Japanese classes, and that was one of my most recent happy times. Aww. Yeah, like, learning Japanese is fun. I wish I could study again. I did go to, like, night classes here a couple of years ago, but I ultimately ended up not being able to afford it anymore. But honestly, studying a language is super fun. Enrique said, so there's no hope if I'm short and bald. Okay, I have friends who are short and bald, and they have Japanese wives, so you will be fine, honestly. Then if you are a nice person and you have a nice smile and you are outgoing, honestly nothing can stop you. But it's honestly like anywhere else, like if you come here expecting to date Hamasaki and Yumi, then that's probably not gonna happen. But if you're here and you're gonna date someone who is nice and just like, I don't know, normal looking, then you're probably fine. Meatball said, I also have undiagnosed ADHD. Welcome to the club, my lad. I recently watched a video about a very minimalist Japanese man. He does something I can never do, but it gives me some inspiration. Yeah, like minimalism can be good. It doesn't work for me personally because my head is just full of stuff, and I don't know. I'm also quite messy, but I try to keep the downstairs of my house minimalist. What is the appropriate age gaps for dating in Japan? I think the same as anywhere else, honestly. Like, don't date high schoolers and you should be fine. I would honestly not date anyone under 20. If they're over 20, then by all means, go nuts. Sorry about missing the tour question, but Bunny's answer was better than mine. I already forgot what my answer was, and I'm sure your answer was great. I feel like color is the only way I know how to build outfits. Yeah, for me, the most important thing about outfits for me is like the silhouette. And when I wake up, I feel like I either want like a straight silhouette, a short silhouette, or like a really puffy Lolita-esque silhouette, and that will change how I go about making my outfit. And also, a lot of the time, because I like headdresses, I base my whole outfit around what headdress I want to wear, and that makes things kind of easier, actually. My dad is short and bald. He's been with my mom over 30 years. Yeah. As long as you're like, I don't know, there's someone for everyone, honestly. Grow a magnificent beard, live that dwarven life. I love that. Then Augustina said, I buy mostly black, white, and pink, but I have sprinkles of other colors for fun. Yeah, honestly, don't just completely limit yourself. I think it's good to have other colors too. And Nana said, I'm an extreme extrovert, so I have not had a problem putting myself out there. Having a hobby is always the number one. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm very extroverted as well, so it's easier for me to meet people, and that's why like I had such a robust dating life, because it was fine for me to just go out and meet people. But I understand it's not always that easy for people. I struggle to stay clean and not messy, but also a clean space is a boring space. Yeah. I have so many like projects and I don't have a lot of time, so honestly I do struggle with making things clean. But also I have cats, so that's a good thing for me. Like I have to make sure that my cats have a nice clean space, particularly because one of my cats he's always eating plastic, so I have to make sure there's no plastic anywhere. Not sure if I have undiagnosed ADHD. Honestly, all I know is that I get distracted too easily. Honestly, like there's many different symptoms of ADHD, and there's also like everyone who has ADHD has it a little bit differently. So it could be that you have it or not. I think it's not that hard to get diagnosed for it though. Age gaps. Honestly, anyone over 25, their brain is fully formed. Yeah, no, exactly the same. Like if they're over 25, then go for it. Also, trauma bonding works pretty well, like signing up for something challenging that you work hard on as a team. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. I like to base my outfits on one key item, usually, or two key items. Right now, I have neon green pants with black and white MTV checkers on. That sounds sick, honestly. Honestly, again, like, it doesn't really matter as long as, like, you feel comfortable in what you're wearing and you really like your outfit. That's the main thing that matters. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you my VTuber is done, but my PC is still a potato. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I have my VTuber and it is completely ready, and my computer's fine, but like I don't know, like having enough confidence to do my first stream is gonna be really hard. If you need help with your computer, maybe think about doing like a GoFundMe or something like that. Yeah, I feel like maybe we should stream together when we get our VTubes going. Someone said you have many non-Japanese viewers. I guess most of my viewers are from America, I'm assuming. なんかなかなかみんなアメリカ人かユーロッパ人かな? Or I looked at my stats, and I think I have a lot of people who live in Mexico. When I was single and dating, I related a lot to your dating stories. Like I put myself in situations that would make a good story. Yeah, honestly, I did that too. Like I wanted to meet interesting people, and I did meet a lot of interesting people, but like at what cost, honestly. I think that's been my biggest problem dating, is that I wanted to date someone interesting, and the problem is like interesting people are often criminals and just like not good people, like unfortunately. Like maybe my biggest problem dating is I should have just dated someone really boring, but then I know I myself would get bored, right? Can't wait for the collab. Yeah, I made my VTuber Twitter, so maybe I'll start posting soon, and maybe I'm gonna start streaming games on my VTuber, and I'll just keep it on my channel. For the longest time I didn't know if I wanted to do it anonymously or as myself, but I think I'm just gonna do it as myself. do it for the plot. Yeah, for real though. Being friends with a do it for the plot person is always entertaining. Yeah, like I always, because a lot of my comments on YouTube when I talk about these things, like one of my most popular videos is the one where when I got asked to go meet a Japanese visual kei band, and then after the concert they asked me if I wanted to go and have a party with them, and I said no. And a lot of the comments were like, I can't believe you agreed to meet someone without knowing them, blah blah blah. And it's like, we have to meet strangers like every day of our lives. Like I don't know, it's kind of normal, particularly because my job, I'm always meeting like strangers. So for me, meeting a stranger off the internet isn't kind of like, it's not even scary for me, honestly. Hi bootleg. I already have a GoFundMe, but I gave up after a while. A nice person gave me $10, so I feel like it used to be easier to get money for GoFundMes. Oh yeah, Nia, you reminded me that my friend wants to help me get a small camera for my streams. Oh, Glitch, are you gonna start streaming as well? I'm in the pre-stages of maybe dating this guy who is a chef. You didn't tell me about this, but he's long LDR. Long distance relationship? Okay. I'm sad because I want to eat his food. Yeah, you want to eat his food. I can be bribe with food and cute things. Aw, that's cute. I don't know, long distance relationships are kind of hard. But if it works for you, then yeah. And often long distance relationships turn out to not be long distance after a while when one of you moves, so yeah. I would be willing to meet people daily if I was comfortable outside safe spaces. Yeah, honestly, anxiety is a big part of it too, and that was the worst part for me, honestly, going on dates, was that it was very anxious. Like, every time I'm like, is this guy gonna kill me? Like, I didn't meet any guys that were like felt dangerous like that, but it was just, I don't know, you know, like you're meeting these guys and you have to go and like eat a big meal or something, and you're so anxious that you can't really eat. It was like the same way. And the worst part is like generally you know if you like someone within like the first 5 minutes. So you go, you meet the guy, and you already know you don't like them, and then you have to stay there for like an hour and eat some friggin' curry or something with them and like pretend to be interested in them so they don't murder you. So glad I'm not dating anymore, Jesus Christ. Like, it was fun because I got to meet a lot of different people, but because it's dating, if you don't seriously date that person, then you're probably never gonna meet them ever again. So it just felt like a big time sink for me, honestly. I use my phone usually. I'm on Twitch. Maybe I should be on Twitch, but like I already got monetized here, so I'm like, I don't want to go through the whole process of getting monetized somewhere else. Seika said, 2 online friends of mine were in long distance relationships for like 4 years and they got married. Aww. Yeah, like I'm not sure if you've seen my video, but the person I'm seeing now, we met when they came on vacation here, and then they went back to their home country, and we talked on Discord for like 3 months, and then they actually moved back, so it can work. Yeah, like I feel like if you like someone enough, you will make it work. I am monetized nowhere, but my friends and community like my art. That's the main thing. Like, I really enjoy streaming, and I like talking with you guys, so that's the main thing. I feel like streaming can be really, really healing sometimes. I wonder if I can stream through my phone with my VTuber. You can. I'm pretty sure you can. You just get like the basic background, but that's fine though. Like, if it's just you just want to talk, then yeah, that's totally fine. I've been able to treat myself to some nice things because of that. Oh, that's really, really nice. I hope everyone can at least treat themselves once this week to something. I don't think... I'm probably not gonna buy Yakuza yet, but this this Sunday coming, next Sunday, this Sunday I'm meeting Yumechi, and we're gonna make a video in somewhere, and we'll probably go shopping, so I might treat myself to like an accessory or something. Most people use their phone to manage their VTuber. Yeah, I use my phone as the camera, because actually iPhone's really good for face, what's it called, face recognizing. I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. Facial recognition, that's it. So like if you use your iPhone, it's actually much better than using webcam. I know this because one of my exes actually works for HoloLive. I'm not allowed to talk about it though. Treating myself to pho today. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I just had like instant noodles for dinner. I was so tired. I was just like, whatever, honestly. There is a VTuber app for streaming, but I forgot the name. Isn't it like Reality or something? Yeah, I think it's called Reality. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can stream just from your phone. You just get the basic background. My friend met her boyfriend from Omegle. Oh my god, that's amazing. Face tracking! Oh, thank god, that's the word I was trying to think of. Yeah. Your phone's face tracking is really good compared to like webcams. Christina said, which Yakuza should I start with? I have a PS5. Oh my god, finally! The question I've been waiting for. Start with Yakuza 0. Because that is the first, like, chronologically, and it is also the best Yakuza. That's where I started my Yakuza journey. Love it so much. Yakuza 0 is in maybe my top 3 games of all time. Incredible game. Please start with 0. And yeah, it's nice because it's like, it's set in the 80s. And then like, as you progress through Yakuzas, you can like, it's fun watching the technology level up. I had Thai rice noodles with chicken bone coconut soup base. That sounds wonderful, Jesus Christ. My friend and her boyfriend met on Minecraft and they've been together for 8 years. That is a beautiful story. My favorite VTuber thing is the Twitch integrated throwing system. Please teach me about that. I feel like I have everything for my VTuber ready. I'm just like, I don't know, like the technology part of it is just a lot for me right now, and there's all these like add-ons and stuff, so I'm gonna like, I just need to do more research. If only I had more time. I met my dude because he's my good friend's cousin. I'm so sleepy. I read it as like you were dating your cousin. I'm so sorry. And if it doesn't work out, the plan is to remain as friends. That's perfect, honestly. That's all you need. I'm still friends with a lot of my exes, thankfully. Yakuza 0, yep. Yes, everyone agrees. Yakuza 0 is the best one and the best place to start as well. I know another couple who met from Minecraft and they're married now. Oh, that's so cute. God damn it, everyone's getting married from freaking Minecraft. Jesus Christ. I can't get a text back. Man, maybe instead of going on all these dates, I should have been playing Minecraft, clearly. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know most of my friends who have boyfriends here normally just met on dating apps, honestly. Because living in Japan, there is not a lot of time or spaces to meet people, so I do think that people generally just tend to use dating apps here. Please sleep if needed. Look after yourself. Yeah, I need to. I wanna stay a little bit longer because I haven't streamed in a while. So like, but as you can probably see, I'm like falling asleep. But I'm having a nice time. And I feel like I'm always exhausted these days. Work has just got much harder for me. So yeah, and I didn't mention it in this stream, but the new products for the brand that I'm designing for come out on this month on the 26th, so we're also kind of preparing for that, so that's kind of a lot. And maybe on this Sunday we're gonna have a live stream, me and Yumechi, and we're gonna wear the new designs. So please come see the new designs on that day. I met my girlfriend on Amino when she had a boyfriend and I had a boyfriend, and we basically turned each other gay. That is the most beautiful story I have ever heard in my life. Jesus Christ. I ship you guys so hard. I wanna make like a doujinshi about this. That's like, I don't know. It's so cute. I unfortunately couldn't be turned gay because I was already gay from when I watched Kamikaze Girls, and I got turned on from Anna Tsuchiya. And that's how I knew I was at least a little bit gay. What camera are you using for streaming right now? Okay, so this camera, wait, my hair's everywhere. This camera is my Sony vlog cam that I actually use for vlogging. So it's a pretty good camera. The thing is, it's just a pain in the ass to like set up every time, and yeah, OBS doesn't always register it, so sometimes you have to like turn it on and turn it off, or like restart the computer or something else. I want to just get a normal webcam because then I feel like it would be easier to stream, because I'm always using my camera for vlogging, so then I have to like take it off the tripod and like set it up and everything else. But this is a pretty good camera. I really recommend this camera. Hello Nole. Your productivity levels are slaying. Any tips? Have ADHD, get a million projects, and just be bad at all of them. I've been midstream and my edibles just hit. Damn. I wish we could have those in Japan. Minecraft servers make so many couples. Yeah, like for real though. I feel like I should have been playing Minecraft this whole time. Jesus Christ. People said that like only virgins play video games. That's clearly not the case. It is your turn to turn others gay then. Aw, I hope I can at least turn a few people gay. I was really bad at being gay though. I made a video about this. I had like a kind of thing with this coworker of mine that was a woman, and it ended up going really badly. So it was like my gay career was very short. But like I am pan, so yeah, I thought I'd throw that out there. Anna Tsuchiya will make anyone love women. That's very true. Guess I'll get myself a re-looking and stream. Yeah, for real though. Can you let us know when your first stream is? Because we are looking forward to it. Bunny will be my VTuber Oshi. And you can be my VTuber Oshi. And we can make goods and stuff. That would be sick. Can't wait to make you my Oshi once you debut. Oh my god, you guys are so cute. I'm really, really excited. Doshio, maybe I should start streaming my... Okay, so next month is my birthday, so I might start streaming my VTuber from then. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'm sorry, my eye, like, I've been wearing ColorCon all day, so my eyes are getting, like, really gunky. Yeah, maybe I'll start streaming from next month. I have everything set up. I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I did post my VTuber's character model in Discord, I think. Yeah. It was gonna be a secret, but then I was like, fuck it. I am 90% sure I am bi, but I just feel like I couldn't connect emotionally with a boy. Honestly, I think it's impossible for anyone to connect emotionally with a boy, quite frankly. Yeah, I just say that I am pan because I just like tend to fixate on one person, and I get really obsessed with that one person, and it doesn't matter about their gender. VTuber era, yeah, I think it would be easier for me to stream games with my VTuber, and you know, when I come back from work and I'm like really sweaty and stuff and I don't want to wear makeup, I can just use my VTuber, and that's it. And my VTuber is so cute. I can't wait to show you guys. She's so cute. Oh my god. And she was actually designed by my good friend Get Reggie, and he did a really good job. I feel like there's so much pressure around being gay enough to be called gay. Yeah, for real though, like, I don't really talk about being pan or gay or anything or queer, because like I've had even really good friends of mine that were like, oh, but you're not really gay because you've never had sex with a woman. And it's like, not from lack of trying. Dear God, I have tried. Hello, Dari Pyon. Yeah, so normally I just don't mention it. Like, yeah. Also, I remember when I was in high school, the end of high school, there was this boy who lived in my hometown, and he had blue hair, and he looked like an anime boy, and he was the cutest boy I'd ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god. And I found him, I stalked him on MySpace, and I was obsessed with this guy for ages. And then after a year, I found out that it was actually a girl, and it made it even more hot. Like, I don't know. And I was planning to ask them out, and they were interested in me, and then they ended up moving away, and we never got to meet up. So yeah, I just in general just don't really care that much about gender. Not just like romantically, I just don't care about it. Like, Vermilion, hi, hello, what have I missed? You've missed a stream, let me tell you. We had like this really big like trauma bonding thing at the start where everyone talked about their parents beating them. It was wild. It's been a wild stream, oh my god. And then like a lot of people asking for advice. Oh my god. Recently I started watching your story times. Your stories are so entertaining. Love your content. Ah, thank you so much, Dia Milky. I love that. Yeah, I should make another story time too. I haven't made a story time in a while, and there's a lot of like older ones that I want to retell because now I have like a better camera and everything else. There are actually like, the worst part is like I have some stories that are so spicy and I want to tell you guys, but like legally I can't, or like someone in the video would be mad if I told the story, so like zannen. Don't date me, I will eat all of your cinnamon rolls. Aw, you can eat all of my cinnamon rolls. What channel on the Discord did you post your VTuber to? I don't even remember. Maybe I'll show you guys after. Maybe after this stream, I'll post her in main chat if Ozzy Osan will let me. I don't know what channel that I would be able to post it to. I shall. Oh, I want to see your VTuber again. I'm so excited. Yes, of course. Let's all share our VTubers to Discord. Ozzy Osan said, not from lack of trying. Yeah, for real though. Like, it's hard when you are trying to date a girl, when you're a girl, and if you're a guy and you're trying to date a guy, because you're like, yeah, you're really hot, and then they're like, oh, thanks, babe. And it's like, no, I'm trying to have sex with you. Like, androgynous girls are my biggest weakness. Honestly, yeah, I really just like androgyny in general. Like, most people I have dated have been very androgynous. And the person I'm dating now, I guess, is kind of androgynous too, yeah. And my other thing is like, I don't know what it is called, there's a name for it, but the kind of sexuality where like, when you date someone, you can only think of that person, or like, I can only focus on one person at a time. So like, I just get like obsessed with that one person, and then like I become like, I romantically shut off from everyone else. I don't know what that's called. It's a VTuber, it's for games. We have a games channel. Okay, sorry. You can post on general. So everyone sees. Okay, if Nia posts on general, I will post on general too. Demisexual, yeah, that's it. I'm that thing. Yeah. Yeah, so like, it's hard because like, I feel like demisexual, but so many people these days are like polyamorous or whatever. So like, that was a hard thing when I was dating. It's like, a lot of the people I were interested in would be polyamorous, and that's just like not for me. So it was kind of like, it's hard. Like, when you're dating, there's so many things you've got to consider, and nowadays I guess that's one of them too. Semi-demi hemisexual, yeah. I don't want to get scolded by Ozzy Osan. I love that we're all scared of Ozzy Osan. I'm terrified. He runs the Discord like it's the Navy. I love it. It's like, he's so good at it. I remember when you guys scolded me because I posted that picture of my Baldur's Gate character and she had a giant dick. You guys got so mad. Where can I join the Discord server? Oh, we have a link. Maybe I'll also put the Discord link in the... maybe I should put the Discord link also in my YouTube bio or something like that. I'm such a boomer every time I try and add people. I got it. I did it in just like a second. Okay, I put the link. I think you can just follow it from there. We have an 18+ channel. I know, I'm sorry. I'll post my dick to the 18+ channel next time. I'm sorry. But it's not a real dick. It's a fake. It's pixels. It was, yeah. I'm sorry, I posted my dick in chat. I showed you my dick. Why aren't you replying to me? What does that mean? I am also 18+ and 20+ and 30+. Yeah. We should have a 30+ server channel just for like the old people. Nishi said, first time live, watch you here. I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome. We love you too. We also have a Discord channel and I just posted it. So if you want to join the Discord channel, please join. Nelliel said, sorry for more random questions. No, honestly, ask as many questions as you want. Have you ever been to Okinawa before? Yes, I have. I went a few years ago. I love Okinawa so much. I might go again this year actually, because it's just like 2 hours away. Controversial opinion, I prefer Okinawan food to like mainland Japanese food. Okinawan food is great. It was incredible, really, really warm. I went in May, which was like jellyfish season, so I would recommend checking that you don't go in jellyfish season, because when I went, it was very jellyfishy, so like we couldn't swim in most parts of the sea, but it was really, really sick. I just went for like 3 days and I had a great time. It was super cheap, it was nice. The only problem was there was a lot of like American military people there, which I found really entertaining. There was like these American military wives having a fight in the parking lot of a supermarket. It was sick. Yeah, love Okinawa, wanna go back. But I have a friend that lived in Okinawa and he said that the economy is really, really bad there. So he wouldn't recommend living there, but for visiting, it's really nice. I showed you dick. Yeah, it's that old meme. It wasn't even my dick. All us ancient old hags, the baby men say they don't want and yet thirst so hard for us. I laugh whenever someone says that shit to me. That's so funny. I got called that old hag the other day. I'm a bit of an old hag though, so I got it. It's so funny because like, I don't know, like nowadays, like 30-year-olds, we kind of look 20 even. So like, people always like, wow, you're 32, and I'm like, it's not that old though, like, don't act that shocked. Like, recommendations please. I'm going for Golden Week. Oh my god, I wish I could recommend you, but I honestly just did the most basic tourist shit. I wore like the Okinawan kimono. Oh, I forget what it's called, the like bright yellow one. That was sick. I did this like Okinawan kimono experience. It was like 2,000 yen, and it was this old lady and she took like 1 billion pictures of me. It was sick. And yeah, it was sick. I don't know what else I really did. I just was mostly just like eating food. They have a sick aquarium, and my friend really recommended the pineapple farm. That's where I wanted to go to. There's this like pineapple like theme park farm place. That's the place that's supposed to be really, really cool. I really want to go to this pineapple farm, and it has like the building is shaped like a pineapple. If you can go there, I would really recommend going there. They're in the aquarium. Oh, to float along with the jellyfish. I don't think you want to be anywhere near the jellyfish, babes. I love Okinawa. It's amazing. I'm so ready to go back. Yeah, when I went, Shuri castle was like under construction. I'm not sure if it's still under construction, but I would like to see it in like all its glory. It was nice. Yeah, everyone there was hella chill as well. Everyone in Okinawa is so much nicer than people in Tokyo. Dear God. My favorite jelly is the Pacific Sea Nettle, by the way. I also love spotted jelly and moon jelly. I'm a bit partial to a moon jelly myself. When someone sends me an unwanted wee-wee pic, I send back a pic of an even bigger one and they block me. Oh my god, I love that so much. Unwanted wee-wee pic. Okay, so, quick story time. I was working for this company and this Japanese company made this app, and it's like, you would make a video of yourself and it would cut you out, and people could like take your like dance or whatever and put it on different backgrounds. And so this company thought this was such a good idea. I knew it was such a bad idea. It was like, it turned you into like an AR, and so you could have your favorite cosplayer in the room with you. And like, obviously the only people that used it were like old men, and they would accidentally, like, there were so many videos accidentally uploaded of people taking cosplayers ARs of them dancing and pulling them on their dicks, and I think that they ended up just deleting the app. There is a thing about millennials looking younger. Yeah, for real though. We do look pretty young. People confuse me for a 14-year-old boy. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get that a lot. Like, wow, you're 30? I thought you were 20. It's like, yeah, for real. It's not like that big of a deal though. And I hate when people are like, whoa, you're 30? It's like, okay, it's not that old. Like, don't act so shocked. Like, it's honestly not that old. I went to Shuri Castle before the fire. There was a fire? Is that why it was under construction? Damn, I don't know a goddamn thing. Fastest way they leave me alone. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't really get any dick pics, but I get a lot of weird messages on Instagram from men. Like, a lot of weird messages. My favorite one is always like, can I ask you a question? No, you may not. Any tips for socially awkward people that visit Japan? I get so nervous and overthink sometimes when speaking Japanese. Honestly, if you're speaking Japanese, people will already be so happy, and their expectation is that you're going to know nothing and that you're going to be really stupid and you're not going to be able to speak Japanese. So anything you can do above that, people are going to think is great. So you're already doing great. And honestly, just like, as long as you observe your surroundings, that's the main thing in Japan. Just make sure you're observing and doing what everyone else is doing, and you're probably fine. And like, there won't be times when you mess up stuff, but that's totally fine. People expect you to mess up. You're in a new country with a new culture, so don't worry about it. When I first moved to Japan, I fucked up all the time. Oh my god, that's app fail. Yeah, it was so funny, and like, there was this really weird looking penis that they uploaded to it. I'd never seen it before. It was like disgusting, and it was funny because like, is this old Japanese people running this app, and we had to bring it out to them and like show them the pictures. It was really, really awkward. That's why it's under construction. I had no idea. I thought they were just like, I don't know, jazzing it up a little bit. Speaking of dancing cosplayers, did you see the whole Sorbet Berry-chan drama? Yeah, I actually tweeted about that a little while ago. I think it's really, really sad because there are so many like Kaigai idols, but for some reason people really narrowed down on like Sorbet, and I think it's really, really sad. Like, people are really weird about Asian culture in general, and I don't know, the whole thing's just really, really sad. I support them. And everyone said that Berry-chan said some like weird stuff after that, and like, I don't know if she did or not, but like, I don't know. The whole thing stemmed from people not wanting her to... The issue is that they said that she was like being racist by saying, like, putting on an Asian accent, but she was speaking in Japanese, and like, that's how Japanese sounds. So like, I don't know. Weird looking penis, what are you talking about? Hi. I swear Sarah always arrives when we're talking about something really weird. You should have seen the start of this stream. Oh my god. Okay, so there was an app that I was helping to promote. It's like a cosplay app where you would, if you're a cosplayer, you would do a dance. The app would turn you into an AR, and then someone could have you in their bedroom or like their room, and it was like a cute little thing. But of course, men would just use it to put your image on their dick, and that was the problem we had, that they would keep accidentally uploading videos of their penises to this app, and I think as of now they ended up taking the app down. I mean, obviously when they told me about the concept of this app, I was like, yeah, people are gonna use, like, it's something penis, like someone's gonna do something with their penis with this app, and that's exactly what happened. Like any new technology, the first thing people are gonna think is, can I do something with my penis to this thing? Like, that's what's gonna happen. What happened to Sorbet is super sad. Like, why? Like, for real though, it is very sad. And like, there's a lot of like Kaigai idols. I don't know why they specifically targeted Sorbet. How dare you speak 2 languages, essentially. Yeah, like, she had a Japanese boyfriend that was coaching her how to speak properly, and she just said, like, strawberry, like, in a, you know, like, how you're supposed to say it. Yeah, like, when I tweet about it, people are like, but she said racist stuff, and I'm like, did she? Where? And then no one could show me any evidence, so I'm like, okay. Sarah, the famous YouTube celebrity that waited 90 minutes for brunch and then had burgers. Oh my god. That's how she's going to be remembered. She should be remembered because she's really good at finding like actual recommendations for stuff. That's how she should be remembered. Not because she made me wait an hour and a half at a brunch place that didn't serve us. Didn't know it was near the same area as Onsen. That inspired or is referenced in a Studio Ghibli movie. Oh, that's Ginzan Onsen. That place is, I think it's in Gunma, and that place is, or near Yamagata, and that's the place where it's supposed to be inspired by Ghibli. Power, perversion, potential. I feel like everyone and their mom used to be making idol dance videos and trying to post them to Nico Nico Doga. For real though, I never did that because I can't dance, so like, I kind of feel like I missed out. Maybe I should do that now. Oh yeah, that video was good. I can't wait an hour and a half for food though. It was a shame. The brunch place looked good. Like, here's the thing. Like, you have no way of knowing. We arrived and like, I wrote my name down and we were waiting an hour and a half, and then I think Sarah checked and there was a whole sheet of paper underneath the paper that I wrote my name on of people still waiting. So we're like, fuck it, let's leave. Like, who plans to eat, goes to the restaurant, is like, yeah, I want to eat in 3 hours. Like, it just makes no sense. Jesus Christ. Felt like every single person went in before us. You were so correct. I like her outfit pics on Twitter. She has some sick outfit pictures, Sarah does. Sarah has this dress that I really want from Ozon Japan, and I'm hoping one day she might lend it to me. Yeah, I also felt like they let everyone in before us, because I feel like people arrived and wrote their name after I wrote my name and they went in first. I don't know. The whole thing was suspicious to me. Honestly, yeah, only things will have people trying to make it sexual. Oh my god, there's a problem with AI. People are like, oh look, AI is cool, we can use it to do this. And people are like, what if I talk sex to it? They saw foreign names and thought absolutely not. I don't know if it was that. Like, here's my thing. I don't want to always accuse everything of being racism, but sometimes it's racism. I'm your new subscriber coming from Twitter. You're so funny. I love you. Hi, Vivian. Thank you for coming from Twitter. I'm sorry, that's like my worst platform. I feel like I'm always wilding on Twitter when people are like, oh, you're a capsule bunny. When they're like, I know you from Instagram, I'm like, you think I'm stylish. But it's like, if you come from Twitter, I know you think I'm unhinged. And if you come from YouTube, dear God, I'm sorry. Dyspraxia for life. I can't do a dance routine. I didn't know you had dyspraxia. I also have dyspraxia, and that's why I'm bad at dancing. I feel like that's my excuse, is the dyspraxia. But like, I feel like even if I didn't have dyspraxia, I'd still be bad at dancing. I remember when Yumichi tried teaching me that bumblebee dance that was trending, and we did it so many times, and I cried twice. We ended up managing to do it, but it was so bad. And I want to, like, Yumichi's good at that kind of stuff, and I want to do dances with her, and I want to get better so I can do dances with her, and that's, like, my goal. Twitter is for politics and rant. Did you see me argue? I just fresh came off an argument with some guy on Twitter. Like, I don't even argue with people anymore on Twitter. And I was arguing with this guy because there's this video of this girl being interviewed, and they're like, "Hi, have you had sex with a Korean guy before?" And she's like, "Wait, was it a Japanese?" It was Korean. Yeah. Because she talks about Japanese guys too, I feel like. But anyway, so like, have you ever had sex with a Korean guy? She's like, yes, I've had 31 night stands, and they were all bad. And I thought it was hilarious, and I retweeted it, like, at least she's doing field work, and people are like, yes, more women in STEM. And then this guy got so mad, and he's like, well, I bet you look down on men for dating Asian women. And I'm like, I most certainly do not, my guy. And he's like, you just hate me because I watch porn. It was really friggin' bizarre. It was like one of the weirdest interactions I've ever had on Twitter. It was really bizarre. And I, like, everyone's tearing into this guy. It was so weird. And I was like, dude, please stop. Like, I feel sorry for you. Please stop. Don't forget Puss in Bio. Oh my god. I saved a picture like the other day. Now, in my comment section, someone just posted a picture of their pussy. Like straight up, like a whole pussy. Like super zoomed in. And it's like, what if I open that at work? Jesus Christ. Nia said, yeah, we are all at least a bit unhinged. You're so true. I still confuse my left and right at 30 years old. Yeah, that's me. Do this. This is what I do. Left. Oh my god, I remember that video. It's a sick video, yeah. She's really, really funny. She says a lot of funny stuff. You would never catch me doing a street interview telling people my business like that, because you know the kind of comment she's gonna get. I was pleasantly surprised. Like, a lot of people were supporting her because, like, she do be spitting facts though. Like, she's done her research. Yeah, Koreans have a bad reputation when it comes to the bedroom. Like, honestly, I can see that. Like, Korea's known for being, like, misogynistic, so I can see those guys actually not being so good at sex, if that makes sense. Like, I'm sure some of them are good as well. I'm just saying, like, averagely, I feel like most countries, probably the average isn't, like, good at sex. Bro was upset because he didn't get to hit, like, for real though. I like that, like, and here's my thing, right? I tweeted about this too, but like, they always go up to foreign women and are like, hey, have you ever slept with an Asian guy? And they're like, yeah. And then there was like, whoa, what? It's like, well, what were you expect? You asked her. She answered. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's fetishization, blah, blah, blah. It's like, she said that she's fucked, like, a lot of other ethnicities of guys, too. Like, I don't think it's that. Like, she also she's in Korea right now, or she lives in Korea, where everyone's Korean. So, of course, she's going to be fucking Korean guys. And, yeah, I think it's just a bit of a push to say it's, like, fetishization. I support her. Ozzy Osan said, dude comes out of nowhere and accuses you of things you've never said, and it's a little stereotype of what he's complaining about. Oh, yeah, it was so weird. He's like, well, women like you hate men like me for dating Asian women. And I'm like, what is women like me? Is it just because I'm Western? And I'm like, I don't care if you're dating Japanese women. And then you go on his account and it's just all like Japanese lesbian porn. And it's like, do people criticize you for being attracted to Asian women, or do they criticize you for just posting porn and just like having like your brain is just so porn addled? That's the issue here, not like the fact that you're attracted to Asian women or like whatever. Oh my god, I had to delete Facebook because I kept seeing the dumbest comments and tried to reason with people. Yeah, Facebook is just a mess. It's all like those AI pictures, the ones with like the really old women, and it's like, hi, I'm 130 years old and I made my own birthday cake with peaches and cream. It's my birthday. Will I get some love here? It's like, that's all you see on Facebook now. It is wild. Like, it's scary to think that most of the internet is literally just bots. Oh my god, pussy pic. Yeah, like, I got a straight up pussy pic. Like, I would show you guys, but I would get demonetized instantly. Like, it was so bad. And Neliel said, I'm so tempted to ask your opinion on so many YouTube topic channels, but I wouldn't want to get you in trouble. I mean, we can try. I've seen videos lately about body count, and some response from those interviews are interesting. Honestly, it's just like, I would never answer any questions about that online because, like, people are gonna have really strong opinions, but I honestly don't really... If the concept is so weird for me about body count. Like, as long as you did that safely and you don't have an STD, I really don't care how many people you have slept with. If I'm gonna sleep with you. If I'm not gonna sleep with you, then it really doesn't matter at all. Like, go ham. How's Jedi fashion these days in Japan? Like, in 2023, they were so popular. I wonder... Yeah, I think Jedi is still quite popular. I feel like it's more like subculture now. A bit more like the tracksuits. But I think it's just because people are tired. But there are also a lot of Jedi girls around Shinjuku, Shibuya, even in Harajuku. Honestly, it's still quite popular. Yeah. Glitch got their snack. I did see an interview with the Korean woman that she preferred dating foreign men as they treated her better. Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know anything really about Korea, but I know that they're having a really big problem with misogyny. And there's a lot of, like, really anti-feminism and stuff like that there. And it's really sad because of that, women will want to date less. So, like, you're actively, like... If you're doing this because you want to date women, like, you're going about it the wrong way. It's just really, really, really sad. And, like, I forget who it was. It was like a sports person. This Korean woman cut her hair short, and she got attacked online because men were calling her a feminist or something. It's just like, I don't know what's going on over there. It's the whole people bullied me in high school because I watched anime. But it was because he didn't shower, for real though. Yeah, this guy kept saying that he's being bullied, and it's like, no one's bullying you. Like, literally nobody cares that you date women. The issue is like, not Western guys dating Asian women, totally fine. The issue is if you purposefully go to a country where your plan is that you're gonna find a woman who isn't doing well economically so that you can financially abuse her, that's a problem. Which is less of a problem in Japan, actually. But a lot of guys come here because they want a submissive Asian wife, which normally doesn't happen, and it's also just like a shitty mentality. Like, that is also something, and that's where it can become problematic. But I don't know you, so, like, who am I to judge? I think it's because fashion trends change fast. Yeah, for real though, fashion trends in Japan change very, very quickly. I'm surprised that it's still around. Like, same with Tenchi Kaiwai, I'm honestly pleasantly surprised it's still around. Oh, okay. I'm sad that you can't take sugar. My bro just moved back to the States from Korea. It's an interesting culture. It sure is. Those men are just fulfilling their own prophecy. For real though, like, I don't know, this guy was so angry and he was like, everyone's judging me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I promise you, no one really cares or thinks about you. Unless you're on Twitter all day sharing porn and, like, talking about your Japanese wife or whatever. Maybe that's the issue. Like, I don't know. I ended up blocking that guy. He was weird. It must be sad that the feminine aspect has little say in Korea. Yeah, for real though, like, Japan's very similar. It's like, women don't have a lot of power in general. Like, barely any politicians are women. And, like, you know, same in England. Like, the women that are politicians are normally kind of weird. So, like, I don't know. It's just, it's pretty sad. Like, I hope it gets better. Because, again, like, lots of the problems, like, men are having would be solved if they let women have more power. Like, I don't think they understand this as well. Darby said, when I started dating my wife, and women at my work said I only dated her because my family wanted a maid. That's the thing, is what they're saying is also racist. Like, the fact that they would even think that. Jesus Christ. That reminds me of a video I saw some time ago, a guy going around asking Japanese people if it's okay to pay for sex. Oh yeah, a lot of Japanese guys, unlike my first boyfriend in Japan, thought that prostitutes, it's not cheating if it's with a prostitute, which is honestly wild. Some people do have that sentiment, and that's honestly wild. I kind of love their mermaid skirt fashion. Yeah, that's really, really cute. In Denmark, where I live, there is a lot of equality. I think a lot of Scandinavian countries are really, really good for that. England was okay, I don't know, but like a lot of Asian countries are pretty bad. Japan and Korea are pretty bad, but it's like in Japan it's harder to see it. It's very like insidious. It's really like they had the thing with in university. It was just way harder for women to graduate medical university than it was for men. Like, they would just give men extra points just for being men, and honestly, it's just like, come on now, it's 2024. But yeah, I'm literally falling asleep, so I'm gonna probably head to bed now, but I'm gonna stream really soon. I might stream tomorrow, I don't know. We had a good talk today, so maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I had a really, really good time with everyone. Thank you for coming to my stream. The first part of the stream was wild. Oh my god, that was like a lot. I almost teared up a bit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ozzy-san, and everyone who donated. I love you guys so much. And I'm gonna see you guys over in the Discord in a little bit. If you... not in the Discord, I'm gonna post a link right now. Aw, it didn't save the link. Link. Love you guys. If you have any more questions, then drop them over in the Discord or on YouTube or social media. Yep. I hope you guys have a good night too. I'm literally just